everyone, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Villaverde.
And I'm Montel Williams.
Today, how to get a quality eye exam for the entire family.
Plus, Fort Valley State University provides an unparalleled college education. We're going to learn more.
All of this and much more
on today's The Balancing Act, which starts right now.
That's right. It's time for us to all see clearly, no matter our age, economic situation, or even geographic location.
That's correct. And as we celebrate Save Your Vision Month, our eyesight should be something that we never take for granted.
Absolutely. So today, Pooja Quayrala, Doctor of Optometry with South Florida Regional Eye Associates, she joins us to talk all things vision. We're going to be separating fact from fiction. We're going to be sporting some fashion frames.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And overall learning how to get the best out of our eyes and eyewear.
Thanks so much for being here today, Doctor.
You're very welcome.
Sure, yes, ma'am.
So, Doctor, we cannot underestimate the proper health care, right? We need to take care of our eyes. I have a few facts here that might surprise everyone out there. And listen to this, Montel. For instance, an eye exam is used only to determine your vision. True or false?
False.
Correct answer.
Woohoo!
Yes. Actually, Olga, it is a false statement. Believe me or not, there are many people who do not know much about eye health, and they don't realize the fact that when you come in for eye exam, we don't just find out about your vision, whether you need glasses or contacts or not. We also examine the eyes to figure out if there is any eye diseases like glaucoma, or sometimes we see findings in the retina that can indicate the patient could have any pre-existing health conditions.
You know, the only reason why I got that right was because my exam actually determined the fact that I had MS. And that was one of the determining factors of that years and years ago.
So it's really important.
Yes,
I mean, he's living proof.
Very, very important.
Yes, absolutely.
And, sometimes that could indicate the patient could have high blood pressure or diabetes.
Oh, that's true.
So it's so important that we realize that it's just not about examining the eyes to figure out about the glasses, but also eye diseases and systemic health conditions.
Well, look, I got a question.
Okay.
Do women blink more than men?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
We blink 12 to 15 times per minute in general, but women blink nearly twice as men.
Do we know why?
Because you guys are always flirting.
That's true.
Oh, no. Wait, well, you're an optometrist, right?
Right.
Okay, so what's the difference between an optometrist and an ophthalmologist?
Big difference, Montel. Optometrists are eye doctors who we provide primary eye care services to patients, like diagnose and treat eye diseases, and at the same time give you accurate prescription for your glasses or contacts. Ophthalmologists are eye doctors. They diagnose and treat eye diseases, but at the same time perform medical and surgical procedures like LASIK or cataract surgery and retinal procedures as needed.
Oh, so there is a big difference.
Yeah.
Doctor, I was reading here, you're part of National Vision Doctor of Optometry Network, and you practice in your Fort Lauderdale, Florida office next to America's Best.
Right.
Now, their mission, America's Best, is to deliver the best value and quality eye care and eyewear at affordable prices. And I think that's important.
Absolutely.
Because in many areas, folks just don't have access to eye doctors and, affordability.
Right. I mean, affordability is the key, Olga.
Huge.
A lot of people don't have health or vision plan to come see the eye doctor. And me being a doctor and mom at the same time, I understand how important it is to take your child to a place where you can get the eye exam regularly, easily, and affordable. And that's where America's Best come into place. That's what they are great for. And when patients visit the locations of America's Best, they can get 2 pairs of glasses starting at $79.95.
Wow.
And a quality eye exam is included in that.
That's fantastic.
When you say a quality eye exam, this is what throws me, because I've been to several different places to have my eyes checked. And, you go to one place, they put your head in the box. Go to another place, they make you look at the chart.
What about the one that goes poof?
Oh, yeah.
The air.
Yeah. I mean, so how do you know you're getting a quality exam?
Right. I mean, during the eye exam, as a licensed optometrist, we perform a series of tests, which include pre-testing, where visual acuity, which is where you stand up, look at the, read the chart to figure out if you're blurry at distance or up close. And the little machine that you put the head in gives you a base prescription, auto refraction. And the one that you're talking about, where you put the head in and keep pressing the clicker, that's for glaucoma screening. So, we do the dilated fundus exam, where you put the drops and take a look in the back of the eye to make sure everything is okay. And now the locations affiliated with America's Best provide free retinal imaging, for children when they come in for comprehensive eye exam. Which is great, because you can tell immediately if there is something wrong in the back of the eye that can hinder their development in the future. You can, prevent that.
Well, speaking of great, let's talk about these designer frames.
Yes.
I'm loving a few of these. And America's Best, by the way, they work very hard to ensure that no one overpays. So let's talk about that, Doctor. And
let me see them.
No,
not that one.
Okay, stand by for another one. Doctor, talk to me about what we have here while I sport some more for the Montel next to me.
Absolutely. Sunglasses, like I recommend sunglasses for everybody. Yeah,
go ahead with your bad self right there. That's
really good.
Is this good?
Come on. Here you go. How about me? Wait a minute.
Yeah. Quality is number one. Like, for example, and the anti-glare coating that goes inside on the frames, that helps like to protect the eyes when you're using the computer, like which most of us like rely on these days, right? And also driving at night. Like all these glares, like when you drive at night, the anti-reflective coating helps with that, like which are in those frames.
I'm seeing the world much better like this.
Real quick, because we can't be putting every single one on, but
yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Come on, Jackie.
Well, I'm going to leave these on. Jackie O, thank you so much. Doctor, for our viewers who would like more information, where can they go?
Americasbest.com.
Americasbest.com.
There you go.
And we are going to thank you so much for your time as we continue.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. And of course, you can always get more information on our website, thebalancing.com, and understand that, fashion statement right here. We'll be back right after this.
I'm still posing. When it comes to getting a quality college education, students have many options, but perhaps not one as historically rich yet completely affordable as Fort Valley State University.
Now, the university has now maintained, with the U.S. News and World Report ranking of #1 public HBCU, historically black colleges and universities in Georgia for 6 consecutive years now.
Bravo. Wow. Joining us today are Dr. Paul Jones, Fort Valley State University President, and Dr. Timothy L. Hatchett, Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
So, Dr. Jones, I was reading here that Fort Valley State University has, a distinguished legacy, 128 years of tradition. 128. That's amazing. Tell us more.
Well, it's a rich history founded by 18 men, many who were just freed from slavery. The university is one of the 26 public universities in the university system of Georgia. It is an 1890 land-grant institution, so we have the responsibility or obligation of not only teaching, but research, and more importantly, outreach. And we have a statewide mission which allows us to educate and provide services throughout the state of Georgia.
Nice.
Truly a piece of really unbelievable African-American history, but also rich American history. I mean, Dr. Hatchett, look, FVSU has really worked really hard to broaden its horizons, right?
Right now, we're still focused on growing our population and looking at various target groups that we can recruit for the university. We just celebrated having the second highest enrollment in a 10-year period. And part of that enrollment looks at looking at our various student population. One of the things I love about a HBCU, we've always been welcoming. We've always opened our doors to all students, all demographics, never ever looking at discriminatory practices. It's just anyone who wants to learn and come and be a part of the Fort Valley HBCU family is truly welcoming. As an institution that offers scholarships, financial aid, and support for all of our students in and out of the classroom, that wraparound holistic support that supports the students from the moment they arrive into the moment that they graduate, that's that feel of Fort Valley. It's that small college feeling, almost like a private institution, but we're public, that treats that student, you're part of our family. You are a Wildcat through and through.
That's fantastic. And in person and online, if I may ask?
Yes.
Okay.
We have online programs as well as, of course, face-to-face programs as well.
I love that. Dr. Jones, I know the school offers a wide variety of programs from an undergrad degree to all the way to a master's?
Yeah, that's correct. We have roughly 30 undergraduate degrees and roughly 10 master's degree programs at the university and an educational specialist degree. Some of our most notable programs, and one that we are proud of, is the partnership we have in that's been around since 1983. It's a cooperative development energy program that is designed to educate minorities and women in the energy field. And so this is a partnership with 8 universities, top institutions across the country. Students come to Fort Valley State University. They receive a mathematics degree in 3 years. and then they go on to one of our partner schools and get an engineering degree. We are agricultural school as well, and so we are beginning to do more research in various commodities that we never dealt with before.
Now, Dr. Hodgson, tell me a little bit about the student experience.
We have a wonderful, robust campus. We have students from all backgrounds, from California to Texas to DMV, Florida. We have a student campus that is full of life. We have over 80 clubs and organizations, a full campus of fraternities and sororities, and we are very intent on a family feel. Everyone knows everyone. We do have small class sizes, which helps in helping our students succeed. They're able to get the one-on-one attention that they need, and just wraparound supports to show that we have that family feel, that we not only support you in the classroom, outside of the classroom, that we're here for the student holistically.
Dr. Jones, what about the admission process and the caliber of the faculty?
Well, the admissions process, pretty straightforward. Students have the opportunity to apply online, or in many cases, we do admissions on the spot in the high school or at college fairs. Faculty is really at the heart of what we do, or excellence begins with faculty. Our faculty are very much connected to the university, to the HBCU experience. Our faculty typically stay a very long period of time. One faculty member we just celebrated last week, 59 years of service in STEM. And he has been the one who has led this cooperative development energy program. So we're really excited about the faculty that we have at the university.
Oh, you must be. That's fantastic.
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Hodgson, where can people go if they wanted more information?
fvsu.edu.
Great stuff. Thank you so much, and congratulations on what you're doing.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you both so much for being here. And
Thank you.
Of course, if you want to get more information, you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com. We'll take a little break. We'll be back right after this.
There's a literacy crisis in our nation. According to an analysis of the National Assessment of Educational Progress, NAEP results, 25 million children in the U.S. cannot read at a proficient level, and 1 in 3 children entering kindergarten lack the basic skills they need to learn how to read. Now, this literacy crisis was exacerbated by the learning disruptions caused by the pandemic, which resulted in a return to 30-year lows.
Oh, are you kidding me?
For NAEP reading scores. This is not good.
That's crazy. And here, help us understand the importance of engaging your children in the joy of reading to build their reading engagement and ultimately help them become skilled readers is Alicia Levy, President and CEO of Reading is Fundamental. Welcome. Thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Thank you for having me.
I love
I'm
the
thrilled to
name.
be here.
The name says it all. I mean, reading is fundamental.
Fundamental. Yeah.
Well, it really does. It really does. And at Reading is Fundamental, we believe that every child should have the opportunities that reading provides. Creating a culture of reading in communities nationwide is the pathway for children to be able to learn. And 67% of children entering 4th grade are not reading at a proficient level. It's impossible to get your arms around that concept. But it was absolutely exacerbated by the pandemic. And now we have children who are entering 4th grade who are 4 times more likely to drop out of high school. Because if you can't read proficiently by 4th grade, you're less likely to be able to be successful in school, in life, in your community.
So how do you spread that culture of reading outside of the classroom to target this literacy crisis?
Well, part of it is making reading fun and ensuring that every child sees an opportunity to read in the things that they do every day, and making it relatable, making it engageable, making sure that children see that reading can be fun. I have 17 nieces and nephews.
Wow.
I'm crazy about every single one of them. But one of them, when he was a young man, said to me, "Aunt Alicia, reading? You read for fun?" And now he is a graduate of college and has a wonderful job, but he really, really struggled with the idea that reading could be fun, and it can be. And if you make things fun, then you're more likely to engage in it. And if you engage, then you're more likely to learn.
Wow. You know, talk a little bit about the benefits of, let's say, just sitting down and reading aloud, reading to a friend, reading to someone else, or, you know, reading just physical books, because you can also do it on the Kindle and other things, but reading a physical book.
I like the book.
I like the book myself.
Yeah.
I've written 8 of them and working
There
on
you
my
go.
9th
Well,
and
there you
getting ready to write a 10th.
He likes the book.
We want to make sure that every child in this country can read those books.
There you go.
That have the opportunity to read those books. And reading really starts in the home. A family is a child's first teacher, and creating that culture of reading can happen when you're making dinner and you're pulling a recipe out of the recipe book. It can be reading aloud. It's forming habits. It's sitting down with your child in the evening before they go to bed and reading a story out loud to them. If you're a struggling reader, you can play a story, read aloud. And Reading is Fundamental has this outstanding destination called Literacy Central. It's a free web-based platform that has 30,000 resources available for families and educators that include things like read-alouds, some done by famous celebrities and some done by famous parents. It has coloring sheets and vocabulary tips, the fundamental tools that you need as a child learning to read to help you build those skills. And these tools are designed for families and educators to be able to create that culture of reading in home and in the school.
You know, we have to think about all those that don't have libraries or don't have books at home, don't have those opportunities. All those things you mentioned are really great support for those.
Well, they for sure are. And Reading is Fundamental exists because not every child has a book in their home. Over 61% of children living under the poverty line do not have a book in their home. And they should have access to a library, but libraries are tough in urban and rural communities, the hours and the locations. So Reading is Fundamental has been dedicated for over 55 years with partners and literacy advocates from across the spectrum to ensure that children have access to books that they can relate to, that makes reading fun, that creates that joy of reading.
And I can only imagine that collaboration from so many others and even donations are key to your survivalship, right?
Well, that's absolutely true. Reading is Fundamental is a nonprofit, but there's no single solution to any problem. This is a solvable problem. We do have a literacy crisis in this country, but we can solve it. I think we can all agree in this crazy world that we live in. Every child should be able to read, and in this country, we should make sure that that's a priority. So we partner with literacy advocates in local communities. It could be a reading coordinator, it could be a librarian, it could be a celebrity, it could be a corporation, individual parents and contributors. We believe that the more people that participate in the solution, the more quickly we'll get to solving this problem, and participating with RIF is one way to do it.
Awesome.
I love the fact that you said library multiple times, and there are communities that don't have libraries very close, but if you live in a community that the library is down the street or 3 blocks away, take your child to the library.
Yes.
My mother used to force us to go to the library once a week. You had to go in and find 2 books. You had to come up to her and tell her why you wanted to check them out, and we had to make sure we brought them back.
And they had to have words.
And they had to have words, not just pictures, for sure.
But you got to choose.
Yes.
You got to choose. You got to go and you got to choose because it was something that spoke to you. And we're raising a society of digital natives today, right? So whether it's a print or a digital, we want to ensure that children can read anything, anytime, anywhere. And creating that culture and opportunity for them is what's going to solve this problem.
Love it.
Where can people go if they want to get more information?
If you want to get more information, you can go to rif.org/The Balancing Act.
Thank you so much. And to make a donation, if somebody wants to, how can they do that?
They can do the same thing. Go to rif.org/The Balancing Act and make a donation and be part of the solution.
How much more simple can that be?
Great having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's a
pleasure.
And reading is fun.
It's fun.
All right, so read the prompter now.
It is, okay. So if you want more information, you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com. And guess what? We'll be back right after this. Well, thanks so much for joining us today.
Don't forget to head to our Facebook page, like us on Instagram, follow us on X, and visit thebalancingact.com to enter our latest sweepstakes giveaway.
Stay safe, love that family of yours, and we'll see you next time.